In this video, we'll go over the Oral Reading Fluency Application Tool, also known as ORFA. Teachers can use the tool to administer oral reading fluency assessments, allowing them to quickly capture a student's words per minute and reading accuracy. To access the Oral Reading Fluency tool from within your OpenCourt Reading Teacher Edition, click on Menu at the top left of the page, click on Assessment Gradebook from the navigation menu, and then click on Oral Reading Fluency. Let's go over how to administer the fluency assessment. First, you'll want to click on the Oral Reading Fluency Assessment with Comprehensive Image or the link to download the PDF that contains the reading passages students will read from. This document will also have information regarding administrating the fluency assessment, scoring, and tracking student progress. Once the student has their passage that they will read from, you'll want to click on the Oral Reading Fluency application image or the link to administer the assessment. Select the student who is currently being assessed from the drop-down. Next, select the passage the student is reading from. If the student has attempted the passage before, each attempt will be listed in the Attempt History section on the left. The attempt history will show the date and time of the attempt, as well as the words per minute and how many errors the student had for that attempt. Under the Fluency Passage header will be the WPM goal and the suggested error limit. To start a new attempt, click the Get Ready for Attempt button. When you and the student are ready to begin, click the Start Timer button. The student will read from the printed version of the passage while you follow along in the program and mark any errors they make. Indicate errors made by the student by clicking on the word in the passage. This will highlight the word in red and add the count in the errors counter at the top right of the page. You can pause the timer if needed and click the Resume button when the student is ready to continue. Click the Stop button if the student finishes the passage before the timer runs out. Once you have clicked Stop, or if the timer has run out, click on the last word the student read. The last word that the student read will be highlighted blue. Student results will show in the left pane, including the student's words per minute and the number of errors that were marked. Recommendations are noted below the results and will vary based on how well they met the suggested words per minute and error limit goals. Add your teacher comments for the fluency assessment in the Add Comments field. Click the Save Attempt button to save and record the student attempt. Click Edit to make changes to the marked errors and/or last word read. Click Reset to clear the results and allow the student to try again. Click the Back to Home link at the top left to navigate back to the Fluency Tool homepage. The saved attempt will show under the Attempt History section. By clicking on the Options button, you can select to edit the attempt or delete it. Keep in mind, once it has been deleted, there is not a way to get it back. Now let's go over the Oral Reading Fluency reports. The reports can be accessed by clicking on the Report link at the top right of the Oral Reading Fluency application page. The report view will default to the class performance line graph. Hover over one of the dots in the line graph to view how many students were assessed and the class average words per minute for that passage. Click on the Edit button to change the date range for the report view. Click the Print button to save and/or print the current report view. The overall class summary on the right will show the class average words per minute score and the list of students who scored below goal on 80% or more of their first attempts for all passages. Click the Select Student dropdown to navigate between specific student reports. Click the Select Mode dropdown to toggle between the line graph and the data grid. The data grid will list each student and their individual fluency check words per minute scoring for each attempt. Selecting a specific student in the data grid view will break down each fluency check, the expected goal and error limit for each, as well as the student results for each attempt for all fluency checks. The overall summary will provide information on the student's average score, highest score, and how many fluency checks they passed on their first attempt. Clicking on a fluency check title will bring up the attempt analysis. On the student line graph report, clicking on a dot in the graph will bring up the attempt analysis. Hovering over a bar in the analysis will show the student's words per minute and number of marked errors for that attempt. This concludes our look at administrating fluency checks and viewing reports. Be sure to look at the other available help materials for more information about using your Open Court Reading program.